Hey church, Pastor Gary here. This is certainly a strange time for ministry. What the news these days is certainly bringing about a little more hope, it seems, is for treatment of this disease that we're dealing with here in our nation, but that hope seems to be afar off. But hey, we as Christians know what it means to live with a long-term view of hope, right? But we need to take a long-term view of our ministry as well, to take a different look at our ministry. You know, we're used to teaching kids. We're used to spending time with our friends in Bible studies. We're used to leading meetings or practicing music or organizing projects. You know, but now the call of our current times is calling us to change the way we do ministry. It's brought everything that we used to do to a screeching halt. But there's still ministry to be done. Ministry is going to look different in this season. It has to, because we can't do what we used to do. We've talked about how in the New Testament the disciples were called to love one another, right? To love each other, to serve one another, to help one another, to take care of one another. All of these one another's are what makes us a church family, and we are a church family. But that also means that as a family, even though we don't meet physically, we have to stay connected. We have to stay in connection with each other. So as a leader of ministry in our church, I'm asking that you take some time and model this one anothering for our church, right? To stay in touch with your team, to plan to contact the people in your team at least once a week. How are you doing? What are you doing? You know, do you need anything? How can I help? What can we do together without being together? You know, if you're a Sunday school leader, I ask you to contact each participant in your class. If you're a team leader, to reach out to your team every week, just to check in. If you work with kids, to contact the parents. We need to increase our contacts during this season so that we stay a community, because the opportunities to meet aren't there, but that doesn't mean that we don't contact each other. These are difficult times, and that's the reality of it. For us as individuals, for us as families, our businesses, our churches, our whole community is going through a tough time. But let us remember that we are saved for a time such as this, you know. Let me read for you from Matthew 5. Jesus said, "You are the salt of the earth, but what good is salt if it's lost its flavor? Can you make it salty again? It'll be thrown out and trampled underfoot as worthless. You are the light of the world, like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp, then puts them under a basket. Instead, a lamp is placed on a stand where it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your good deeds shine for all to see, so that everyone will praise your Heavenly Father." Let us be the church. Jesus has done amazing things through you and in you. It's time to let that light shine. Let us be a beacon of hope here in our community to one another, to keep one another encouraged and pointed in the right direction. Not to be fearful because we might be out of toilet paper, but to be strong and courageous. I'm praying for you. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to serve you, any way I can to help you. I just want to encourage us to stay in touch with each other, and that includes those who we lead in our churches. All right? God bless you, and hope to see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.